to CoachDad, the show for dads, coaches, and sports families trying to lead better at home, in the stands, and on the field. Here's your host, Jim Miller.
So I would start off by saying, you're never going to believe this story, but I mean, let's be honest, you probably will, because this has happened way too often for us to really feel comfortable, honestly. But there was a dad describing to my friend, he was talking to him about the fact that he had to drive hours to go some other town for his son to play baseball every weekend because, in his words, nobody wants me in the stands. None of the local teams would take him because of the dad. Now, the kid's a tremendous baseball player, by the way, phenomenal baseball player. He is fantastic. And the dad and the mom both played college sports. So the family is really amazing. Does the dad love the kid? Yes. Is the dad crazy about the kid? Yes. Does the dad want the kid to succeed? Absolutely. But what's going on is that the dad's having a hard time regulating himself in the stands. And when I heard that, honestly, it broke my heart. And I couldn't sleep thinking about this guy, trying to figure out what would I say to him. I know you're probably in the same place. And I don't want to badmouth the dad. I don't want to sit here and talk about how terrible the dad is, because I've been there before. There are times when I've walked out and said something to my son on the pitcher's mound that I look back at later and I go, man, that probably wasn't the best. That wasn't the best idea. I went out and I talked to him one time and I had grabbed him on the jersey and was like, listen, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. And I realized that everybody was probably looking right at me as I've got him on the jersey. And I thought to myself, oh, maybe dad needs to calm down. So, hey, my name is Jim. I'm a coach and I'm a dad. And I want to be honest with you about something. I love sports. I mean, sports are phenomenal. They're tremendous. They're just an amazing resource and a great tool. But at the same time, we want to be sure that as dads, that we are keeping sports in the right lane. We don't want them to run our family. We want to make sure that we, as the dad, we're running the family and that sports are fitting in at exactly where they need to be. So that's what the CoachDad channel is all about. The phrase that we keep coming back to here at CoachDad is, it starts at home. So what we start to see is that the things that happen on the field are what has been developed in the house. What we develop at home comes out in the pressure situations of a game, or when things get intense at school, or when a friend is going to be arguing with them. And so we have to begin to realize that you can't outsource the thing that God has called you to lead. So if you're trying to lean on a sport or a coach or a teacher to develop your kids, then we're missing the boat completely. And we need to take a step back and figure out, okay, what am I called to do? How am I called to lead? How can I be the one that develops this in a way that is going to bring out the best in my sons and my daughters? And that's why CoachDad exists. CoachDad is for the mom or the dad that love sports, but you love your son or your daughter more. And what we want to do is we want to try to give tools and resources to help navigate the difficulties of sports and being a parent. Because we realize something that's really important. We've got sports for a season, but you've got a son or a daughter for a lifetime. And that has to be the bigger part of what we're looking at. So what are we going to talk about at CoachDad? I'm so glad you asked. We're going to talk about a lot of different things, a lot of topics that I think are really going to hit home. And I think they're really important because I don't think there are a lot of people that are having these conversations today. So let's just take a look. A couple of them that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the car ride home after the game. And what is that like? We're going to talk about travel ball and what are the costs. Ooh, I just spit. Travel ball. And what are the costs of travel ball that are greater than the dollar sign that we look at? We're going to talk about why it is that some kids quit sports. We're going to talk about what it is that helps your kid gain an identity separated from the scoreboard or their performance. We're going to talk about all kinds of different things, and we really would love to invite you to join us. So if this is a conversation that you feel like is resonating with you, or maybe you know somebody, is there a coach or a dad that you're listening to this and you think, oh man, this person really needs to hear this? I'd be so honored if you would share it with them and pass the word along. We're going to put out content every week, and we just want to invite you to come and join us, to be a part of the journey with us. We would love to be part of the journey with you. So thanks for hanging out and listening for just a little bit with us today here at CoachDad, where we realize that the mission is bigger than the game, and it starts at home.
Thanks for listening to Coach Dad, where it starts at home.